Tabo, I think you should take a picture of myself. This is one day that you saw me at home. It is true I went, but I'm back. At the appropriate time, you will know, but I'm just telling you what transpired. In any event, the EFCC had also spoken with the bank officials who told them where they took the bullion van to. It's not really my job to disclose too many details, because that might jeopardize their investigations. But I'm actually speaking to dispel the rumor that I'm in detention. If not, it would have been better to keep quiet and allow the whole thing play out. But I want to assure you that, yes, we're in our leader's place, and the EFCC, they are not in doubt about who he is and about what transpired.
Okay, sir, my name is Osagie Ize-Iyamu.
Calls by a lot of well-meaning individuals that there is a rumor, some said stories online that I was in EFCC custody over allegation of the use of the presidential funds during the last election. I noticed in particular that the Edo Broadcasting Service, CBS, based on instructions from above, we're repeating it almost on a 30 minutes interval, that I was being detained, and I felt that I needed to clear the air. As you can see, I'm in Benin, and I'm in my house. It is true that I was invited by the EFCC through a letter that they sent to me, and I honored the invitation. Let me also say too that the invitation was not to me only, because even before I went to honor the invitation, I was already aware about others who were invited across the country. I'm sure many of you will remember that I was the coordinator of President Goodluck's campaign election in Edo State. And because of that, I was privy to a lot of the transactions that took place, especially the funds that came in for that election. It would have been surprising if I was still coordinator and I was ignorant of money that came in. That would have either been I was not trusted or I was not competent. So certainly I was aware. And the EFCC invited me to throw light on that matter. And I went to Port Harcourt to meet with them. I also found out that Chief Lucky Maswen, who was a former senatorial leader of PDP, was also invited. In the office, they told me that they also wanted Honorable Tony Azibeli, but that they didn't have his address. volunteered to reach out to him since we know him. And he's a man that is quite reputable. I think they also mentioned somebody else who they also said they were looking for. People could also help them. I will promise that would help them look for the person. But the bottom line is that they wanted to know what happened to the 700 million that was sent to Edo State through Fidelity Bank for the elections. And that their records show that 3 of us went to the bank and signed for it. And so they wanted to know what we did with the money. We confirmed to them that we actually went to that bank based on directives to go there. But let me say for the record that I do not even have an account with that bank. And we invited to go and witness the money that was coming in for the Edo election, which we did by virtue of our position. And when they confirmed to us, after confirming our identification and making photocopies of our ID, when they confirmed that we were the ones they were expecting, they told us that they were in possession of that amount of money and that we needed to sign on behalf of the party for it. They didn't have a checkbook, they just brought a piece of paper which they wanted us to sign on, which we did. But we told them that there was no way we could take that kind of money, and they said that that's not the problem, that they would drop it in our leader's place. And they actually collected the money in their bullion van, and they carried it away. So it's instructive to note that we did not even carry any money away from the bank. We left the bank exactly the way we came. We didn't take any money from them. The money was not shared, neither did we take any part of it. The bank officials themselves carried the money to our leader's place. And we met them there, and when they got there, they offloaded the money in the presence of our leader and party officials. And that money was shared to the 18 local governments because it was meant for the elections. Specifically, we needed to pay our agents, we needed to pay for transport, we needed to arrange money for feeding and mobilization of our people, some of them that had to leave Benin to go to their polling units in the rural areas. And the state chairman had worked out what he felt was a realistic budget. And then by the time we looked at what they brought and what we had in mind, it became clear that even the 700 million would not be able to meet up all the expenses that was put there. Our leader volunteered to make up the difference, which he brought out from his house. And the money was given out to the 18 local government chairmen. And because we were very interested in probity, we also insisted that they must sign for any money they were collecting. So the monies in question were signed for by these chairmen who are still alive. And the total money they signed for was even more than the 700 million that came. So I explained all this to the EFCC, and they asked me if I had a copy of the document that they signed of how much they collected. And I said, yes, I requested for it in my capacity as the coordinator from the chairman. And he sent it to me. And the moment they invited me to come and throw light on this matter, I made a copy, which I brought along. And they requested that that copy should be given to them, which I did. And that copy contains the names of the teenage chairmen and their acknowledgement of the amount that they took. I was asked if as coordinator, I also took something. I said no. I did not take Montecobo, did I collect from it. Those who took the money signed for it. So if I had collected, I too would have signed. And they asked me why I didn't sign. I said, well, I saw myself as a stakeholder, and of course, I also have an ambition. It would not have made sense for me to be taking money that was meant for election purposes, and so I did not take a couple. They asked me if I could confirm whether my local government got the money. I said, sure, I come from Orioma local government, and my chairman confirmed to me that he got it. I also know too that he disbursed the money to the wards and the units. So basically, this is what took place. They thanked me for my cooperation and told me that they needed to still talk to one or two persons, and that any time they need me, they will phone me, that I will come. I must confess that they were very professional, they were very courteous, and I cannot believe that it was done specifically to harass me, because even while I was there, I saw coordinators from other states who were also invited. So it was clear to me that what they were doing was a nationwide exercise. And so I cannot accuse anybody for the invitation. And I personally see nothing wrong in the fact that I was invited. What is important is being able to clarify exactly what happened. And I'm happy that PDP Edo has records of how the money came and how it was spent. So that is it, gentlemen. Thank you. Good morning.
Yes, sir. All phones on silent. Gentlemen of the press, I will say.
Gentlemen of the press,
Gentlemen of the press, I will say.